Allie, and my husband Matt is behind the camera, but we'll introduce him later. Today I'm going to introduce you to our big red van, Clifford. So first, right when you come in, you see our cubic mini wood burning stove in the grizzly size. And we custom built this wood burning stove stand. One of our friends welded it, and then we just added these sides and this back, and then we added these two shelves. The bottom is for our shoes. All of our shoes go in here. Top is wood and various dog accessories. Also, make sure you wipe your paws before you come inside, because Clifford is a dog, the big red dog. All right, come on in.
Hey everybody, I'm Matt, and I want to talk you through our kitchen. So we custom built everything in the kitchen, and I'll start kind of with our water system. We use just a 15-inch bar sink that we found at Lowe's. You can see another faucet right here, and this is for our reverse osmosis system that we put in. We had one in our old house and we loved it. We thought it would work great for the van since we're filling up water from hoses and other places just to make sure we have super great clean drinking water. So for the water system, we used a jerry can setup. So we used two 5-gallon jerry cans. The front one here is fresh water, and the back one there takes all the drain from the sink. You can see some of the RO equipment here, just some different filtration, and then the actual RO membrane. We carry 3 more of these full jerry cans under the bed in the back. And then there's also a 5-gallon RO tank right there that stores all of the filtered water. You can see some trash cans here. We store our pots and pans, other appliances like the NutriBullet, and we have a Instapot under there. And over here we have a RV 2-burner propane stove. It's a Suburban model. It works pretty good. We ended up using a 20 pounds propane tank and built a propane locker to hold that. So this locker is airtight, or should be airtight, and then it's vented to the outside of the van, because if one of those propane tanks ever had a relief valve go off or get too much pressure in it, we want that propane to vent outside and not into the van. So that's pretty much where we're going there. We got a couple drawers. Top one is all kitchen stuff, utensils, knives, stuff to cook with. The bottom is our bathroom. We have everything you need to stay nice and fresh in the van in there.
Fresh-ish.
Fresh-ish. And then we use the Norcold marine fridge. We store kind of all of our plates and bowls. Some Tupperwares up here, some other stuff, Ziploc bags, Tide packets, other kind of, kitchen essentials, and other random stuff for kind of washing clothes, stuff like that. We have a microwave. So actually earlier today, our microwave fell out. So we did not have a bungee strap. It was just kind of resting in here, and it made it about 5 weeks and driving all the way across the country. But one street in Philadelphia got us rocking, and it hit the floor and exploded into a million pieces. So we just bought this one from Lowe's. We also bought this $2 bungee to make sure it stays in there. On this side, we just have more kitchen stuff, an extra plastic organizing container, some scrubbies, some extra dish soap, and then we have our tea kettle, because we make tea pretty frequently in the morning. And you can see me pushing on the roof. When we initially installed the roof, we were from Bakersfield, California, where it's super, super dry. When we drove it kind of into the south, we noticed that the roof started to expand and swell a little bit. So some of our clearances on our cabinet doors are not quite what they were when we first put them in.
So this is our pantry, and we just have our dry goods here pretty much in both of these crates. And up here we have some cups and soy sauce and spices and random kitchen stuff. On this side, we have our very well organized electronics, cords and other things, and some oils. And yeah, up here, in these things we house our underwear, socks, bras. We have some towels, laptops go over there. This is our camera equipment, the drone, underwear, Matt's underwear and socks, and just some storage, like overnight bags. In the back two are our clothes. So the left is Matt's clothes and the right is all my clothes. And here we store our dog food, purse, dog accessories, and here we have our laundry basket. And I'm gonna let Matt show you our electrical system.
So we put all of the electrical equipment for the van kind of underneath this bench seat right here. So there's 4 golf cart batteries under there. We have our battery monitor, which is right here. It tells us how much current is going into or out of the batteries and what percentage we're at. There's a small 12-volt fan underneath that just ventilates that battery compartment. We have a 12-volt setup right here so we can charge phones, cameras, whatever else without running the inverter, because the inverter pulls power the whole time it's on. So we only really use the inverter to charge the laptops or run kitchen appliances. This is a CO and propane detector. Since we have the wood burning stove and the propane inside the van, this will let us know if there's ever an issue with the atmosphere here in the van. Over to the left is the solar charger. So this is controlling the solar panels on the roof and then converting, you know, the 80 volts that they put out down to 12 or so for the batteries. And that's about it. I can try to open it up real quick if you guys want to see what's going on under here. So you can see the batteries. Positive sides over here, everything runs through a single breaker, so I can disconnect the batteries if I ever had to take one out or change it or do any maintenance that way. Everything runs over here to this distribution block where everything's fused for all of the 12-volt systems in the van. The inverter is actually located underneath the seat back over there, so there's a cable that runs over there for positive and negative that powers the inverter, which runs the microwave, any kitchen appliances, our outlets, which are right here by the kitchen.
And here's our inverter remote.
Because the inverter's under the bench, we wanted a way to turn it on and off pretty easily. Like I said, it uses a lot of power when it's on. It's probably like 2 amps or so, which isn't a lot, but if you left it on all day, it's quite a bit of electricity. So because it's kind of hard to get to, we ran a remote for us and just turn it on and off whenever we need to use the power right there.
So this is our bed. We have a 6-inch memory foam mattress that we cut into 5 pieces in order to be able to put the bed into a table during the day. So I'll show you how we do that. We have some storage over the cab, which we will show you, is where we store all of our linens, but today I'm just going to push over. The table and the countertops are just edge glued 2x4s, right?
1x4s.
1x4s.
Yeah.
Matt did it.
A little thinner.
And then we just stained them and put some polyurethane, I think that's what it was called, on there. So this is easier with one person, but I'm going to show you how. I mean, easier with 2 people, but I'm going to show you how we do it with 1 person.
Yeah, normally I would help, but I'm behind the camera, so Allie's on her own.
So there it is.
So you see how the telescoping table stand works. It's kind of a pain to get up because it's all manual, so it's a little awkward to lift. You just pick it up, lock those little knobs on there, and that holds the table in place. If we were to do it again, I think we would use a gas spring telescoping stand. They're quite a bit more expensive, but after using this one, I think it'd be worth the convenience.
So this is where we store all of our bedding and our sleeping bags, and it also provides some insulation that we don't have above the cab. So we have these insulating curtains that I made out of blackout curtain fabric, and then Insul-Bright insulated curtain lining, and then this is just a cotton decorative fabric on the outside. And we left both of these protective metal barricades in just in case we get into an accident and to protect us so nothing flies and hits us. And we also have these mirrors so we can look at ourselves when we haven't showered in days. So yeah, that's it. We also have storage in the back of the van underneath the back of the bed, which would keep a lot of our camping gear and other water jugs and bike gear. It's our chandelier, my artistic vision. And then our window coverings are magnetic with Reflectix on the outside and blackout curtain lining on the inside right now because it's hot outside. But if it were cold outside, we would switch it so that the Reflectix would keep the heat in.
So here's a picture of one. We used some of the leftover upholstery fabric we had.
Yeah.
And you can see the Reflectix on that side.
We didn't make them quite big enough, but they work.
They're just barely too small. But you can see magnets.
Yeah.